It's good, getting difficult to practice against each other. They're starting to not like each other very much, coaches and players, which is about typical for this time of year. So trying to make it through one more scrimmage before we break up into scout teams. So
is this the time when you have to build that camaraderie in the locker room and at meetings and
yeah,
things like that?
if you can, but it's kind of getting difficult at this point.
Will you assign scout team and potential red shirts then on Friday then?
I'm not going to announce red shirts till after the season.
Well, I mean,
this
in terms
year.
of what you'll designate your team into, who you break up, scout team especially. Friday
Scout team. Don't know if whether it's Friday, possibly, maybe Saturday, but kind of depends how the scrimmage goes, I think.
We saw Blair Tusshouse with the ones. Is he moving enough to
No, he's been in that spot most of fall camp, and so he's had a nice camp so far. Still battling, but if you were to say today, that's who it would be.
You guys solidified kick returners for the season?
JD and Cody, I would say, are the two for sures, and the rest kind of up for grabs. Alex Caressa is actually doing a pretty nice job. Joe Sampson has a chance. Cody Raymond. I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but at least JD and Cody, you can kind of be certain of that.
JD stays on punt?
Yeah, JD's his punt.
How important is the ability for the running backs to catch the ball in the backfield? They
That's
threw a lot of
huge.
passes today. Tougher for the defense when you've got guys that can catch them.
Yeah, for sure, especially when you have good receivers that you have to cover downfield, and as the zones keep sagging or as the pressure doesn't get there, if backs can release and they're good in the open field, that's tough.
There's been a few drops. Is that a concern at all?
Yeah, we need to get better.
We saw a guy get sent off. Is that just too
Just, yeah, just not playing within the practice rules for today.
From your linebacker days, how tough is that? Guys at that position probably want contact at this point.
They do, and there are grudges that build up against certain guys, and they can't wait for that particular player to get the ball and get in their gap, or vice versa. And so, yeah, right now an accumulation of things is kind of leading to blow-ups here and there.
How much do you have to follow that every year in camp as far as that disappearing
Yeah,
when you go away?
yeah, and this is just about the time period. It's usually either yesterday, today, or tomorrow is when it kind of starts to be where that, I don't know, tipping point is, I guess.
How comfortable are you with the quarterbacks behind Riley at this point?
Man, I think they've had good camps. I would say James is next and probably Taysom after that if I were to say today, but I like our quarterbacks. All right. Okay, thanks, guys.